Hey guys, welcome back to Cat View. So today I'm going to be doing a full movie commentary again. What am I doing with my life? Okay, so I really wanted to do a commentary on the film Unhinged. Now, I did a trailer review for this. I also did a trailer review for the film I'm actually going to watch now. But I really wanted to watch Unhinged. I was in the mood to watch like a horror, thriller, just intense, sort of eerie, action-packed kind of a thing. So that's what I was in the mood for. I'm not in the mood for like superhero movie, although I've been watching like a shit ton of like DC stuff because like I've been into like DC fandom and all that stuff. I definitely didn't want to watch a chick flick, so I really want to just watch like a decent horror, or like at the very least a thriller, because like they're similar. They have thrillers can have horror elements in there, but they're just more suspenseful, and I really want to like ride that uncomfortable feeling. That's what I wanted to experience. I'm a weirdo. Anyway, we know this. I watch horror films. I like them. So that's what I wanted to watch. So I thought I could get that sort of combination of suspense and intense action combined by watching the film Unhinged, because I really want to watch that. Unfortunately, that's not fucking happening because I couldn't watch it despite my efforts. So instead, I'm gonna watch The Rental, which actually is kind of cool because I also wanted to watch that. So obviously, I know Alison Brie from this. Dave Franco, her husband, is directing this film, which I've mentioned in my trailer review that I was quite interested in. I think that's pretty cool. Now, the actors that I want to point out. Okay, so Jeremy Allen White, that's his name. I picture him as a Jeremy, but he is most notably known for Lip on Shameless. That show is the fucking shit. It's great. So if you've not seen that, you should check out Shameless. I think that was really, really good. So I think I'm gonna find it hard to not picture Lip while I'm watching this film because he just looks similar. So I'm actually interested to see him perform as a different character and see if I can see any similarities. See, it's hard with actors sometimes because when I watch them for so long in a particular role, I'm not gonna lie, like part of my brain kind of pigeonholes them and like keeps them in that role. So sometimes I think it's hard for people like myself to watch actors in different character roles when we've so known them as something else. I think that's sort of a general thing. I don't think that's just me. I think a lot of people do that. And the reason is because you get so attached to these characters and you've seen them for so long and all that stuff. So I'm very curious and excited to see what else he can do. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes I watch, and I like Alison Brie. Before I make this statement, I don't want to shit. I hate shitting on people. Who am I to do that? So I hate saying this, but as somebody who watches her work, sometimes it's the same. It's just the same. It's very bland, and I find it hard. Now there are some actors that just can mold. You know, they're chameleons. They can just mold into different characters, and every single character performance feels different. I mean, yes, of course, there are similarities there, and there are undertones of that actor's character acting traits in their characters, but I feel like some of them more so. Now, Alison Brie, unfortunately, is one of those. Alison Brie is like, I think she's dope as fuck. Like, don't get me wrong, I like most of the roles that she's chosen. I love her in Glow, but I've seen her in stuff before Glow, and I liked her then too. It's just, and I like her. I like her as a person. I think I like what she stands for and stuff. I've seen quite a few interviews with her and Hollywood Report and all that stuff. So I think she's cool, but sometimes I feel like I'm watching the same performance when the character should be different. You know what I mean? There's not enough there for me. So anyway, long story short, because I'm rambling, I'm excited to see what this character does. Jeremy Allen White. Already forgot his damn name. Fuck me. And then Sheila Vond, probably saying it wrong. I've only seen her very recently, so I do know this one. Thank you. But I've seen her very recently in Snowpiercer. That's also a very cool new show on Netflix. Just on its first season, so very, very new. Very good, though. Interesting, different, good. So yeah, interested to see her too. She seems pretty cool. So, alright. I just needed to get that off my chest. Because I felt like I'm constantly doing these reviews. I'm just like, oh, I don't know these actors, but they seem okay. Let's see what happens. Like, I just want to point out that I do know them. I forgot the names. So anyway, let's get to the movie. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. This is your pilot speaking. Just kidding. Alright, so I'm ready to watch the film, and today Franco has produced and directed this. So again, interested to see this situation. I mean, even from the trailer, the shots were quite nice. Like, it looked well directed. So I'm interested to see if we get some good cinematography. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like, cinematography, it's like my shit. Like, the score's good too. Like, you have to have this atmosphere created by the shot and the music, and it all has to sort of go together. And then the acting, obviously, it just has to all intertwine together to make this experience feel believable and all that stuff for me. But yeah, it's the cinematography for me, guys. I just, the visuals, I just want to see them. So let's get into the movie, and let's go. Alright, so we're starting the movie as always in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, so straight off the bat, I love it. The intro, just the creepy music, it's happening. Okay, so straight off the bat, this is exactly what I wanted. These creepy, like, tones and the vibes and the music. Oh, I'm already feeling like the theme that's... Yes, give it to me, that's what I want. Okay, so I was trying to like get you guys to like feel the intro of the film with the score, but unfortunately I have fish tanks all over my room, so all you can hear when I tried to record it was just like, it sounds like a stream. It sounds like I live by a river. So fuck my life. You know when you like just can't get comfy in your seat? I feel like I just need to like sit up just like this to just be comfortable. Literally me on stays all the time, just looking at places that I can't afford to go to.
It's available this weekend. Oh, maybe that's why. Shit, is that for me?
Oh my god, they tricked me. They made me think that she was with that guy, but she's with Lip. I'm gonna call him Lip, that's just it. I've seen him, he's in the film, he's introduced himself, and he looks just like fucking Lip. His Lip wearing a cap. That's what he is. I see no difference so far, so I'm calling him Lip until I see otherwise, thank you. You thought it was gonna be fun. You done fucked up. Okay, so to clarify, Lip, his brother is the dude we just saw with the chick who was like, oh, it's so pretty and whatever, for the rental. And so Lip is dating her. The other dude is his brother, who's dating Alison Brie's character. Following so far? Now we've got the two couples? Alright, good, great, let's go. Okay, so this brother is like the fancy, upscale, successful brother, and Lip's character is like the delinquent, failure, underachiever version. So they're just sitting here, like him and Alison Brie, they're sitting in bed, getting ready for bed, and they're just bitching and judging. They're just bitching and judging the other couple. So as you do, right, I guess. Oh my, gross, no, okay, listen, I can't deal. There's a fucking scene where like they're making, the other couple's basically like, it ends off with them basically making a joke about like how he's hit the jackpot, and then you see them in bed, and like, so you assume they've just finished having sex, but no, do you know what's happening? I just did a Chandler Bing. Do you know what's happening? She's like popping his pimples. No, stop. Do not pass go, do not collect $200 fucking dollars. No. There are people that do this shit. I am here. This is a public service announcement. Stop doing this. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Do not. I don't care. I don't care that it's your partner. I don't care. It's fucking nasty. Stop it. Okay, this is so funny because like they rock up to like he drives a fucking Beamer. Like he drives a fucking Beamer. Like how small is your dick, sir? Anyway, you already know he's a douche canoe because he's driving this car. Whatever, fine. Like just drive a fucking Cherokee, mate, or a fucking I don't know, just not that. Anyway, so they rock up and like they're standing outside and they've got like a dog with them. And he's like, no, we can't have dogs. They said no pets and all this shit. So he's just this dick. And like, he basically just takes the dog in the car anyway. And it actually made me laugh because it reminded me of when I went away with my friends. And the exact same thing happened. We went to a rental property for a couple of days. And they didn't allow pets. And she brought her like tiny pug and like it just fucking shit everywhere. And I was like, you know, like if you bring this dog, you are responsible. And anyway, it's a bad idea. It's always a bad idea. But like, I love dogs, so I'm not gonna say no, not really. So do you know what I mean?
No, no kiss. No, you're gonna make him insecure, man. Seriously. Here it is.
Oh, I like this conversation in the car. They're talking about like racial discrimination and like profiling basically on like a resume. The type of work that like somebody who is white versus someone who's Middle Eastern, the differences that the white privilege basically. I like that. Find it interesting. Okay, so I like this like intro. Like now they're just basically showing like a stretch of the road and like the film title comes up, but it's got like a screening of like the back shot from the previous, just like constantly running on a circular loop, sort of switching over. It's a cool effect, don't get me wrong, but I liked it for the first 10 seconds and then I feel like it was just trying too much. Like you had the title come up in white, then it switched to black and it's just still fucking spinning. It's giving me a fucking headache. Like it's making me nauseous. Is this a movie or a roller coaster? Okay, yeah, I feel like that was definitely trying too hard. I feel like after that first 10 seconds it could have just transitioned like most films. Maybe like that's why. Maybe he doesn't want to, you know, Dave Franco doesn't want to make it like most horror or thriller films that have been done like this before. But I like those shots. They're clean and they convey the atmosphere just fine. So not a fan of that extended sort of sequence of the effect, but I do like the effect showing now, which is basically like the trees and the atmosphere sort of reflecting off the windscreen of the car as they're pulling into it, and the background is just like this landscape of like trees that are like sort of cascading over, sort of showing like this enclosed, almost claustrophobic type of shot if you pause it and look at it like I am, because I'm anal and I do that. So if you're into that sort of thing, you look at the little details, it's kind of cool. It's a nice shot. So that was what I was talking about. The fucking just looks like a glitch. But as you could see at the end of that, you could see the cascade shot. So that was really pretty. God damn, this house is gorgeous. I would go there too and then be murdered, obviously, or whatever's gonna happen in this film. I don't know actually. But like, this is a beautiful house. Okay, so you know what I like about this so far the most, besides the cinematography and the score? The fact that it's just realistic. Like, I love things that are relatable. You know, in so many horror films, this is like a thing that happens with horror, and it's such a like fuck up kind of a thing, but also it's kind of the reason why a lot of us watch horror films. Like, we want to see people fail. It's just what it is. Sometimes you want the underdog to win or the person to prevail, you know, and you want your protagonist to sort of like make it through. And other times you just want them to get fucked up, or at least see everybody around them get fucked up. It's just what we like to watch. But what I like about this is it's actually relatable. It doesn't feel stupid so far. So far it just seems like a general group of, you know, seemingly mature adults, not college teens that are just stupid and fumbling around and just doing really dumb, obvious shit that you shouldn't be doing. But this so far seems more mature, and I like that in a horror film because it's like the theme is the same, you know, the concept of the cabin in the woods, but it's with a different group that is more sophisticated and seemingly more mature. So I'm very interested to see where this goes because so far I'm relating to this a lot. Okay, I find it funny that like before he even gets there, he's like, oh, make sure you hide your fucking dog, and like if he barks, we're fucked. And I'm just like, okay, first of all, this house is secluded as fuck, so who's gonna hear a dog bark? You're literally surrounded by wilderness and forestation. There's just trees everywhere, and then the rest of it is just ocean, like literally like waves crashing against the mountain cliff that this house is basically like sat on. So who the fuck is gonna hear your dog, mate? Like, relax. Stop being so anal about it. Just chill, bro. Okay, besides the fucked up, like, flashing of the, like, sequence shot effect thing, mistake number 2, which is an actual story-wise sort of thing, there's just, like, nobody home. Now, normally in modern times, you don't actually meet the owner or, like, the person that they send, because a lot of companies will send like a person to meet you at a rental in particular. It's not actually the actual homeowner. A lot of these properties, because I've done some research on this, a lot of properties are usually purchased and then, you know, they're built and they don't actually have the investors that have purchased these properties and built them up, so they don't actually go in person. But my point, what I'm getting to, is most of the time you have like a lockbox, and essentially it's all done online, and they send you a code or whatever, and it's done by like basically a key code sort of lockbox that you pick up a key from. So normally, I don't know how it's done in America, this is Australia, but like I'm just talking about what I've experienced. Like when I went, it was just a box and you would get the key code and we would just get the keys out. So this is different, you know, when they're like looking for like a property manager. I mean, I know that does happen, but it's kind of rare. So that's sort of mistake number 1 in my opinion. So can't remember this actor's name, but I quite like him also. It's kind of funny, he was also in Glow, so I'm sure Alison Brie's familiar with him. There's this one shot though, just beautiful, gorgeous shot, but this dude straight up seems creepy. Wow, that was savage. This guy's a dick. I love it. It's great. That was so uncomfortable. If I had paid money to rent your property and you gave me that fucking shit, oh, no sir, no sir. Wow, I fucking love that shit. That was a great scene. Oh, her character, yes, you need to see this shit. It was great.
Hey dude, are you the one who does the bookings for this place?
Yeah, I booked this place.
This exact period of time, but my request was denied. Can you tell me why that is? Strange, because my request was denied, but then Charlie, a white man, put in an identical request an hour later, and his was accepted.
We really don't have to get into this right now.
Mina Mohammadi, do you remember now?
I don't have anything else to discuss with you.
Well, that was an awkward way to start, you know, a getaway weekend. What a shame, right? Imagine you just rock up to this place and you just have this dick owner, property manager, just being a complete, basically racist, and you know that he's a racist. It's just in your face like that. Wow, that's just, I love what she just did there. Her character's bomb. I would have punched him in the fucking face. I would not give somebody like that my money. I mean, don't get me wrong, this house is fucking beautiful. It's got like this eclectic style, and it's just, there's some modernness to it. It's gorgeous, like beautiful. And the shots that they're doing in this to showcase this environment that they're in, because it's all, I'm guessing, you know, centering around this house. It's very, very nice. I like it. But yeah, I would tell that guy to go fuck himself, let's be honest. The bed's dirty? No, man. I would not stay in this place. Okay, it's just weird. I don't know why I'm laughing. I just find that fucking shot so funny. I just stop looking at the screen. Okay, first of all, why are there pills in the fucking medicine cabinet? Like, I mean, okay. So he said it's his brother's house and he just sort of manages it and does the rentals and whatnot. He books the rentals. So we know that from like what I just showed you guys. But like, if he doesn't stay in the property, why? One, are there pills? And two, there's a fucking photo of him. Try not to laugh, but it's funny. There's a photo of him in the fucking bathroom drawer. Like, it's weird, sir. Why is your picture there? Like, weird. Is that meant to be like a welcome thing? Because it's just weird. Just saying. Oh god, I just realized the dog. The dog. Oh god, if they fucking... Oh no. Oh no. Something's gonna happen to this dog, isn't it? No. Fuck's sake. Why do I keep watching movies where dogs are getting fucked up or dying? Why? To be fair, I thought that the dog was gonna die in Crawl. I did a movie commentary on that. And the dog survived. I don't feel that this time. This is giving me what's that film called? Mark Wahlberg, Fear vibes. That's what I'm getting from this, and I don't like it. I don't like it, you guys.
That was good. Fuck. Creepy door with an electronic code. That's great.
Even extra creepy if that worked.
So first of all, it's creepy that there's just like he was just in the house. Like, they went for a walk down the beach and they came back and the telescope was there because they mentioned like not having a telescope, and he was like, yeah, I'll bring it around, and now it's just in the house. I think that's fucking creepy that he was just in the house. Like, no, because their property is there. Like, what if he went through their stuff? I would feel fucking violated. Like, I liked when I booked a property, you know, I liked that it was the person, you know, they were gone, cleaning crew comes through, you know, everything's done and ready for guests to come in. And it feels like, you know, you can make it your own. It doesn't feel like someone's been there before. So that's weird that he's just come in and like put a telescope in the fucking lounge room. Like, no, sir. And I like it because I think her name is Mina. I think the character's name is Mina. But she's, I like that she's always got a problem with this dude, and she basically is like, oh, well, is he just going to come and go as he pleases? And, like, I like that she says that. I like that she's standing up for herself, and the fact that this dude is fucking creepy.
Come and go as he pleases.
Well, yeah, he did say he was going to drop it off tonight.
Couldn't leave it on the front porch? You guys don't find this creepy at all?
Oh, I feel sorry for her. Like, she keeps like pointing this stuff out, and these other people just like keep sort of ignoring it, and there's like this awkward vibe. I feel like this entire thing has been awkward from just the start. So, like, you know, his brother is like, he's definitely got this bond with his brother, but then it feels like, you know, her as a boyfriend, he's kind of like choosing to go with the group rather than like defend his girlfriend and be like, yeah, this is fucked up. He's more like, yeah, let's just try and have a good time, make the most of it. It's like, dude, if your girlfriend's uncomfortable as fuck, like, maybe you shouldn't stay there. Like, I don't know. If that was me, I would want my partner to be like, do you want to leave? Like, at least offer, you know what I mean? Instead of being like, come on, we're already here. Like, yeah, we know that. Like, I would, you know what I mean? Like, she knows that. You don't have to say that, but like, back her up when she says stuff, for fuck's sake. Okay, they're like sitting around, sipping wine, and just finished a nice meal, it looks like, and they just sort of got some chill beats, nice vibe going on, and just kicking it. Looks nice, looks chill. But I feel like I've seen too many horror films, and this is giving me that like Cabin in the Woods vibe. Or is it, there's a movie, it's not, I don't think it's Cabin in the Woods, but it's like, it might be, I don't know. But there's a movie where there's like this big brother sort of situation, and there's cameras. And I kind of wonder if that's happening here. Like, is there a camera somewhere? Is he spying on them? Because he seems like that kind of dude, you know? Like, you've got this, like, creepy downstairs basement area, like a door with a code. But, like, to be fair, if I hadn't seen horror films before, and I didn't know don't go down to the basement. I would have probably just thought that that was a storage room, you know, that the property has to store like items for guests and stuff, like, I don't know, whatever, beach supplies, whatever the fuck the property has. But because I've seen too many horror films, creepy basement with like locked coded door, like an electronic lock on the door, seems weird. I mean, again, see, this is where I'm picking up sort of like things that are, to me, it would seem to me like a plot hole, because like, you know, why would you not have a drop box? If there's a door with an electronic code on it, you could just as easily have a drop box. I mean, he's left instructions for them that they read on how to use equipment and all that sort of stuff. So he really didn't need to be there to personally hand them the key. Just saying. Just saying. Okay, what did she bring? Is it pills? Is it weed? What is it? Ecstasy? Acid? What is it? It's ecstasy. Okay. Why would you... Why? Like, I don't know. I hate drugs, so I just don't see why you would need that. Like, especially in a house. Like, why would you take... Isn't ecstasy like a party drug? Like, why would you take that at a rental house that's got this, like, you know, eclectic kind of chilled vibe? I mean, but I don't get it. What? Okay, so she goes to her bag and she pulls up the drugs and she's like, ooh, let's do drugs. And then she's just like, oh, actually, I've had a long week. I'm gonna go to bed. Sorry. Like, what? Why even bring it out then? Alright, so she's like, I'll just go to sleep. You guys do some drugs. Just don't get fucked up, because we're gonna go for a hike tomorrow morning. What? Oh, I'm liking these beats that they got going on. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Whoa, wait, what the fuck? Oh, shit. Is there... Okay, wait. Is there like a secret hidden upstairs area and he's watching them through the fucking vents? Because I thought... Wait, my brain's just like catching up. Okay, so there's the creepy basement area. But if you guys remember, I mentioned earlier that there was like dirt on the bed. And so she's sleeping and this dirt just fucking falls on her head. And it's coming from upstairs. Interesting. So I like that shot that they show of the vent. So it makes you wonder if he's watching her. Because it looks like he is. But I like the psychological head fuck that's going on right now. Because you don't actually know if he's watching her. You don't see him at all. You just see the dirt fall on her head while she's asleep, and then like a down shot of her sleeping from the vent. So I like that. So far, interesting, eerie. So far, I'm really feeling this film. Like, let's see where it goes. Oh no, he threw the fucking football. He like threw the football into like pitch black darkness, wilderness, and the dog ran after it. Fuck, man. Is she gonna look down and see this? She's like looking through the telescope. Is she gonna look down and see the dog fucking get killed? Is that what's happened? Is she gonna see the dog get killed through the telescope? Because that would be fucked up. Please don't make me watch that. Okay, didn't see the dog die so far. Good, but creepy vibe between the brother and the brother's girlfriend. I don't like it. I feel like he likes her. Like, it's gross. I'm getting a vibe and I don't like it. Because I like them together and he's creepy. I don't like it. But they are honestly so cute together. I really hope that like, it's not this weird psychological twist that happens. But definitely creepy vibes from his brother. No. Okay, so her boyfriend passed out, his brother, and now, so she's now alone. So, okay, so his wife, married. His wife went to bed, Alison Brie's character. Lips, I'm gonna call him Lip, sorry. Lip went to sleep, passed out, drank too much. So now it's just the brother and the brother's girlfriend, and he's opening the hot tub. No, sir, you were giving her creepy eyes, and now, no, stop scheming on your brother's girlfriend, dude. It's weird. No, man. Okay, like, he has this look on him where he's like, he's getting his suit to go get into this hot tub with his brother's girlfriend. I mean, if you won't give me the creepy eyes, it's totally fine, totally normal. Not weird, you're all friends, fine. But he was giving her creepy eyes, so not fine, weird. And then his wife is sleeping, and like he's slowly doing it to like not wake her on purpose, which again would be considerate if it wasn't fucking weird, because you can see he's got this like dodgy, shifty thing in his eyes that's just like a dude trying not to get caught. Like he's about to try and fuck his brother's girlfriend. I bet you he's gonna make a move and they're gonna kiss. Like he's gonna kiss her. She's gonna push him away, get out of the hot tub, run away. But he's gonna kiss her. Let's see if I'm right. Okay, so they're clearly both like high, but I still feel like something's gonna go down. Just saying. Okay, first of all, you don't need to be high to have this experience of a hot tub. It's a hot tub. It's amazing. You don't need to be high. Also, secondly, I would like to say don't use hot tubs because germs, and like a bunch of people have used it before. But I'm not gonna lie, like it was great. Like when I went to the rental property, it was the highlight. Like I literally, every time I look at renting a house or going away, whatever, it has to have a hot tub. Hot tubs are just great. They're everything. Hot tub and a pool table. You need to have a hot tub and a pool table for me to rent your property. Thank you. Okay, now it's gone back to creepy vibes. Alright, after I'm done talking about the hot tub, it's gone back to the creepy vibes. So he's like, oh, you're great and you're amazing and I feel you're just like, awesome. Like, stop complimenting your brother's girlfriend in the way that you're doing it. Like, just stop. I'm professional, sir. Like, they're business partners, but he's just, this is unprofessional. And just extremely inappropriate. Dude, he's gonna kiss her. I'm telling you. He's moved in close. He's gonna try and kiss her. He's gonna kiss her. He's gonna kiss her. I'm waiting for it. Okay, now he's just like sitting right next to her. No. This is not going well. This is gonna be bad. I can feel it. There it is. Head turn. He's gonna kiss her. He's gonna kiss her. He kissed her. He fucking kissed her. Stop. Oh my god, they're making out. Oh, she's kissing him back. No. 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 Oh my god. They like legit made out. She kissed him back. Something's wrong with the dog. Help. Okay, the dog's okay, but it was barking and it seemed scared. I can't get over the fact that they just made out. That's so wrong. I mean, they're high, but like, oh, that breaks my heart because she was so good with his brother. Oh, that's so upsetting. Oh, creepy vibes. Oh, I love this shot, by the way. Lovely. That the fog coming off and the lights. And then you see like the inside of the house. That's beautiful. It's a great, very eerie shot. Also makes it seem like somebody's watching them because you can hear like heavy breathing coming from darkness. And again, you don't see a figure, you don't see anything. You just hear heavy breathing and then you see the shot of the hot tub. That's great. Okay, so now she's like looking at herself in the mirror. She's having like a shower. Wash off your sins. Because she's like, what have I done? Oh god, and now like the bathroom door opens and like I swear if it's him, it's probably like the brother, like her boyfriend, as in, not the other one. But I feel like, oh no. No, oh god, no. Wow. Wow. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Okay, so it wasn't her boyfriend, it was the brother that just made out with her in the hot tub. And she was in the shower and like literally he just came in and they... Wow. Wow. So he cheated on his wife. She cheated on... That's just so fucked up. Oh, that makes me so sad. It upsets me. I fucking hate cheaters, you guys. I just... Oh, that's so upsetting because they were good together. Like... that's bummed me out more than whatever's gonna happen. I'm so bummed out by that. Oh, I don't like it, you guys. It's so wrong. Like, he wakes up and like his wife has just cooked breakfast and she's sweet. Oh, that's so heartbreaking. It's hard to watch. I'm not gonna lie. I don't, you know, I really want to try and understand the psychology. I always think about this when I see this in films. I wish I could understand the psychology of how someone can do that to somebody that they love. How, like, I know humans are fucking cowards. Like, do you know what I mean? They're just, well, humans are, you know, they're flawed by design. Like, they're weak and they're just, that is what being human is, you know. You succumb to desire and you have feelings and you can, you know, I know I'm going off topic here and I know that this can't help it. Like, I feel like, can you truly love somebody and do that to them? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just such a fucking betrayal and so deceptive and disgusting. Like, I don't know, and I never get how, like, you know, like this, for example, like, he can just wake up and, like, she can kiss him and, like, he can just be like, yeah, whatever. Like, I just don't get how you can be so nonchalant and blasé as if nothing happened, as if you didn't just do that. I could never live with myself. I could never do that to somebody that I claim to love. Like, how? Sorry. Rant over. Back to the film. Oh my god. Okay, so his wife is ready to go on this hike and she's like excited and she's like pumped, and then her like boyfriend, so Lip, is like, yeah, let's go, you know, and she's like, no, I'm not feeling it, I'm super tired. And like her and the dude that like fucked in the shower basically just look super hungover and they have not talked about it yet, you know. He just was like, are you gonna go? And she's like, I don't think so. So now they've organised that Lip and Alison Brie's character are going to go on the hike and those two are going to stay home. Bad fucking idea. I swear, am I just going to watch it like fucking? Are they just going to be fucking the whole time? Like, you know what I would like to see? It's too late now. It's too late to apologize. No, but really, it's too late. So what I would like to see now is like, they go on their hike and then these two assholes just say, you know what, we had too much to drink, we shouldn't have taken ecstasy. See, kids, don't do drugs, bad shit happens. And then they're just like, all right, we'll never speak of this again, and then that's it. And then you cut to whatever, the next shot, and they're all back in the house, whatever. That's what I would like to see, but I'm afraid of what I'm gonna see. So, let's see. Oh, it's so fucking wrong. Like, he's like, I love you, and she's like, I love you too, baby. And it's like, fuck off. I can't deal with it, man. Okay, thank you. That's what I wanted to see, for fuck's sake. Alright, now it's just like, that's what happened, and that's it, and it's cut to, like, them on a hike. So that's exactly what I wanted to see. And I feel so fucking bad, because he's, like, constantly talking to Brie Allison's character about her and how she's like just too good for him and she's smart and she's independent and he wants to just support her ambition and her creativity, and like he just feels, you know, inferior basically to her. He thinks she's just gonna leave him at any point in time, and I just feel so fucking bad for Lip's character right now. So hopefully that's it and that part of this film is done and we can move on to like other things, better things, the more horror elements in this movie, and I can stop feeling bad because I feel so horrible right now about what I've just seen. It's so heartbreaking to watch that. Oh shit. Okay, wait. So Alison Brie and him and Lip are talking, and basically he's saying that like well, she's saying that she met him when he was dating another woman the night that they met and they hooked up, her current husband that is, that he was with somebody else. So she's admitting that he's a cheater. And now Lip, I know I'm going to keep calling him Lip, sorry, but Lip is basically just being like, yeah, I think he did the same thing with his ex-girlfriend. And she's like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, well, I'm pretty sure he was like fucking around on her with somebody else at the time too. So basically this dude's a massive cheater and a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. And I feel like Alison Brie's character is just like, oh, really? It's like, you married the dude. How do you not know this information? Alison Brie's character is just like, oh, fuck. Like, she's just like, I done fucked up. You can see her, like, just standing there in, like, sort of like a almost shock haze kind of situation. You can see that, like, she's kind of, like, putting everything together and basically realizing that her husband's a cheating piece of shit. But also, the shots, first of all, beautiful shot. And this time we actually see, like, this creepy, like, someone's watching them again vibe. And this time we actually see a silhouette move. So now we actually have a confirmation that someone is, in fact, watching them. So that's interesting.
Charlie! Tell me that's not a camera.
No fucking way.
I'm gonna call the cops. No.
I was just thinking about us and the circumstances in which we got together, and I thought it was funny to hear that you have a pattern of doing this.
So the dog is missing because they were so busy with the camera situation, and then, you know, they arrived from the hike and she forgot to untie the dog, which he told her to do before he left for the hike. So I don't want to see this because I feel like bad things have happened to Reggie, the dog. This dog is for sure dead. Okay, so this whole thing has escalated super fast. So basically, Alison Brie's character is pretty much pissed from what she heard about her husband on the hike. So she's like, I'm gonna do some fucking molly and fuck all of you. So she's just off her face. And then in the meantime, the other three are like crazy running around looking for the dog because the dog went missing. It's dead. Like, I'm pretty sure we all know it's dead. Although, to be fair, I said this in the crawl commentary too, and I was wrong. So, let's hope. Fingers crossed. But, pretty sure. So, they were all looking for the dog, and now they've gotten back, and Alison Brie's character is basically like, oh, the hot tub's broken, and so I called the dude to come over, the dick, the property manager, who, you know, she obviously has no idea about the cameras in the showers. So she was like, yeah, whatever, I called him to fix the hot tub. And then the other two, like, obviously immediately freaked out because, well, they know. But yeah, so it's escalated so quickly. And then on top of that, you've also got, like, Lip's character basically being like, listen, I'm gonna ask him if he stole my fucking dog. And the brother's like, well, if you ask him that, he's gonna know you brought a dog. And Lip's like, I don't give a fuck, like, he might have took my dog. So it's just, oh, it's intense, and, like, I'm into it. Oh my god. Okay, so she's basically like showing him the shower cameras. He was about to like leave and he's like, I know how to keep a secret. And she's like, fuck this. Because she's just got this like look on her face which is just like, fuck you. And so she's like, can I show you something? And now she's taking him to show him the shower camera, and like, fuck. This is like just amped up. The last like literally 2 minutes of this film have been super intense. And I'm really into what's happening here, and the fact that she is just gun-ho with this dude and doesn't even give a fuck, and she will show him these cameras and everything else be damned. She doesn't care if her secret is exposed. Which to be fair, she didn't in the first place. It was Charlie, so like the brother, who was saying that they shouldn't call the cops. She wanted to like nail him because he's a racist pervert, basically, is what she said. So very interested to see what happens. Oh, fuck. Oh my god, shit. Oh my god, shit just got so fucking intense. Okay, so basically, she shows him the camera, he denies it, and Lip is like walking past the window to still try and find the dog, and he sees her basically wrestling with this dude because he was like, alright, well, I'll call the fucking cops. Like, I didn't have anything to do with these cameras. And then she turns around and she's like, oh, no, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean anything. And so they start wrestling and he, like, elbows and pushes her off, essentially. And Lip's character sees this and so he loses his shit. And now he's beating the fuck out of him in the bathtub. So that's just... It's intense as fuck. Oh, shit. Alright, so now they have to come clean because... Yeah, the whole situation just escalated to the point where now Alison Brie's character is sort of sobered up a little bit and she's pretty much questioning what the fuck just happened, and so they're about to come clean about all of it. Well, the cameras, anyway. What? Okay, so there's definitely somebody recording them now from the outside as they're having this conversation about the cameras inside. There is another person recording them, which is the same person, I'm assuming, but it's not the property manager. Plot twist, dun dun dun. Okay, who the fuck is it then? Who is it? Oh my fuck. Hey guys, so I finished up my movie commentary of The Rental last night. This is the next day, and I just wanted to give you guys my review, my overall thoughts of the film. So I kind of am liking this style where I kind of like cut you guys off just before the ending. I can feel you guys on the other side being like, why? But I actually kind of like it because it gives you guys the opportunity to actually watch at least some of the film without me telling you everything that's happening. And it's, well, could be arguably the best part because it is the ending, so save the best for last. But yeah, I'm really enjoying kind of leaving it sometimes, depending on the movie. I don't know if that's something I'll sort of continue doing. It kind of just happened that way, so it wasn't really super planned. But as far as the ending, so I won't tell you guys every little thing that happened, but, you know, considering my movie reviews are definitely spoiler packed because it's literally watching the film with you guys, and I don't, you know, hold anything back really. I'm going to tell you guys what happened, but you can still watch the movie for yourself if you want to watch it. I guess that kind of applies just from the start of my movie commentary. So if you're the type of person that can watch a movie commentary and see all these, you know, spoilers and details and plot lines being thrown out and told, and then you can still enjoy the film, then that's awesome for you. I'm definitely not that person. But, so I will tell you guys what happened, the gist of what happened. Basically, they all died. They all dead. Literally, they all fucking died. It was kind of anticlimactic, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of disappointed with the action amped up, sort of kicked into next gear. You know, in my review, before it was, you know, cut off basically, I let you guys know that it was sort of kicking into the next gear and, you know, things were getting like intense and holy fuck. And it was good. It was like a really good, like solid 5 minutes of intensity, and the story just sort of amped up really nicely. And all these things that you wanted to happen. You know, there's so many times when you watch a film and you want something to happen so bad, but they don't do it. They just keep leaving it in suspense and like suspending you, and then like you don't even know if it's gonna ever happen. This movie's not like that. They just fucking, like, within 5 minutes they went into everything. And it was pretty fucking cool. It was pretty intense. But I was disappointed by the fact that they all died so quickly. Like, there was no fight. You know, the thing I love about horror films is I like the fight. I like to see the fight that they put up. You know, even if the killer, like, I either want the killer to win or I want the victims to win. Now, even if the killer wins, I still want to see the fight. You know what I mean? I want to see some challenge. If it's too easy, it's just boring to me. Now, this is what that was. It was too fucking easy. He legit just, like, he had a hammer. A hammer! Like, I mean, you know, dealer's choice. It's fine. You use whatever weapon you want. That's fine. But a hammer? Like, there was not even any variety. There was nothing cool about it. You know, there was no, like, he uses a hammer and then he picks up, like, some garden shears or something cool, like some twisted sick kill. It was just very, very boring and generic. And it got super fucking predictable towards the end. And they used really cheap, sort of really old horror tactics, like the hiding in the wardrobe or like behind this door. It was just it was just so cheesy, and it kind of upset me because there was so many parts in this film where I feel like Dave Franco tried to bring this authenticity and originality and creative difference than other horror films into it, and it kind of succeeded, even though some of the stuff he did was annoying. For the most part, it was cool. It was different, and it was simple. It wasn't too much. I mean, there were some things, but for the most part, it was decent. It was nice. But then, it's like he couldn't stick the landing. It just fumbled at the ending. And so it was just super predictable. It was over really quickly. It was very anticlimactic. They all died by a hammer. Literally, except, I mean, the last chick felt like she fell off the cliff. I literally just stopped watching because I was bored. Not gonna lie. Because, like, you knew she was gonna die. They all died, and she wasn't gonna survive. There wasn't really anything too special about her, even though she was the most ballsy of all of them. So it was just upsetting. It was like, I would have liked it if at least one survived. They went against all, like, they did these classic old school cheesy kind of kills or like anticipatory moments, and you knew they were coming, so they were predictable. But then they didn't do the classic horror thing. So in a lot of horror films you have like one chick that's like the sole survivor and she's like the badass chick, and then the boyfriend dies and the dumb girl dies and the jock dies, and it's just everybody dies. A nerdy friend dies, her best friend dies, like they all die. That's just how horror has been for like ever, and it's there's a reason why it keeps happening, because it's fun to watch that happen over and over again with different actors and different performances and actual different stories and characters, even though the similarity is there. I'm fine with recycling if you do it well. For the most part, I don't like it, but it's the horror genre and you can't expect too much, and I don't. But I was just super disappointed. Like, she died along with all of them. There was no fight put up by any of them, literally, like, not whatsoever. Like, they all just died. He like smacked them on the head and they were done. It was just really lame. The only one who put up somewhat of a fight, kind of, was Mina, who just, ended up fucking falling to her death, I think. So it was just, it was really boring and anticlimactic, and I was very disappointed by that ending. The whole movie up until that point was decent. I enjoyed it. I liked the twists. I was definitely not expecting the twist. Even though they kind of set it up towards the end with the hike where you see somebody there, and even at that point though, you still think it's the property manager until he gets the shit beaten out of him and you realize it's somebody else as well. And then you're like, oh, are they working together? Or, and then you realize when he kills him that they are not working together, and who is this person? And by the way, guys, you never see his face. Like, you see his face, but he's actually just wearing a mask, which you don't find out till the end of the film. And you never see his actual face. What I did like, though, this is like the little silver lining. What I did really enjoy about the ending is right at the very end. You see the fact, like, he, when everybody's dead, he goes back through the house and he unscrews the shower head and he takes out his camera and he's unscrewing, like, the light boards and, like, taking out the stuff from there, and, like, he find his Wi-Fi router up in the basement, so we know he was, in fact, up in the basement when that dirt hit her head. So these little things sort of, like, tie in at the end of it, and you realize that he rigged, the house up and sort of, like, did this as a game just to sort of do it because he could, and he had this whole cat and mouse thing, and he planned everything, and we see why, and that is because he was actually a guest of this rental. So it shows later, like, a bunch of different houses with different people, different guests, just normal people doing normal things, different crowds, and you realize that he's done this before and he's going to keep doing it, and this is what he does. He's basically a serial killer who goes from rental property to rental property, and he rents them as himself. And then he wears this mask and he sort of, like, it's a game for him. Like, it's a challenge, and he gets to wire it up. He knows where everything is because he's stayed there before. He duplicates a key, and then, somebody else checks in, and then he's there, and he stalks them, and he has this, like, really technical sort of plan that he executes, and it's really cool. That concept, that ending, which is another twist, to be fair. I really like that as well. I would love to see sequel, where though instead of everybody dying, they at least have some sort of like proper horror elements in the sense that they put up a fight. Like again, I don't mind if if there's like a group of 6, I don't mind if 5 die and you have 1 sole survivor, or 2 sole survivors. I don't care, but just make a fight. Like let me see something. You know what I mean? Because that's where the real interesting kills come from. You know, this was not done that way. There was no wit like in Scream. And you say what you want about Scream, but that shit was witty. Like, it was smart for its time. You know, it was cheesy, but there was some wit there. And there was just nothing creative. You know, there wasn't any, like, sort of psychopath, like, just pick up what you find kind of a thing. Like, Leatherface just grabbing a hook or a fucking chainsaw or whatever. Like, a butcher's knife. Like, there was none of that. He just had one hammer. And it was just really boring. You know, so I would love to see a sequel. I think that it has that concept of somebody renting out properties to just murder people. I think that concept has a lot of potential to be like a franchise. No joke. I just really would love it if, and you know, this was good. The acting was good. I liked the cast. I liked the story. I really did. You know, there were up until the point of actually killing everybody. I actually enjoyed the film. I really did. I thought it was a good film. It was relatable. I liked a lot of it, you know. It's just that ending just was lacking for me. So I really would love it if they would do a sequel for this. I think it has potential. I would love to see it. But yeah, just some more like creativity, some more action and, you know, more scare tactics, more escapes where it's sort of like suspenseful. And the thriller part of the film actually sort of kicks in. But yeah, I thought it was really, really cool at the end, at least. But again, it was kind of lucky for me with that whole anticlimactic finish of it all. So even though that kernel of the idea of it all sort of wrapped it up in a little bow, we didn't really get to see that executed in this particular film, which is unfortunate. So now I have to hold that hope that it's going to maybe happen again in another film. But unfortunately, that sort of means that this film does sort of poorly because it wasn't implemented in this actual film, which would have been really cool. Again, they could have all still died. It's just if they had put up a fight and there was more story in there, you know, more dialogue, that would have been really cool. So, yeah, unfortunately that was not there. So I will have to rate this film. I'm not going to lie, it was pretty decent. I don't know if I could really call it a horror though. It felt like more like an indie horror, which is more eccentric and somewhat disconnected from your mainstream horror, and I think that that's what I wanted. You know, I like indie horrors, don't get me wrong. I like things that are a little bit different and not your traditional. I do. But I think that this felt so relatable and so normal. It was something that I think a lot of people can relate to. And then, you know, it wasn't traditional. So it kind of felt very mainstream. You know, and then not. So it was kind of hard for me to separate myself from that, because if I'm going into something that's an indie film and it's a little bit different, it's a little bit eccentric, it's not your typical, that's fine, I can put my mind there. But this sort of like went back and forth, and that's where I think it sort of lost me. So I'm gonna have to probably give this film maybe a 5 out of 10, 6, maybe 5, 6. Can't decide. I'm gonna go a 5 out of 10. I'm gonna go a 5. I was thinking about it and I want to give it a 6, but I can't with that ending. That ending, you know, because it wasn't even the ending. It was pretty much more than half of the film. Like, because it really amps up towards that midsection. So I feel like, yeah, it just definitely needed more. But yeah, I'm going to give it a 5. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it was not bad at all. It was a good film. I liked it. Maybe somebody else will watch that ending and kind of enjoy it. So let me know if you guys have seen this movie. Let me know what you thought. There's not really much I could nitpick about it. Alison Brie, I feel like her, you know, dramatic moment in the car was just something, again, that I've seen before. But I talked about the fact that when I watch some of her performances, she's a little recycled and something that I've seen many times before. So, you know, she like loses her shit and then she just sort of snaps out of it and she's calm and everything, and it just was very Alison Brie rather than for me to believe that that was the character. I don't believe that the character would have done that. I think she just would have been crying for ages, to be honest with you. Because she seemed very, like, weak and very dependent on him and, like, abiding by him. Even though she tried to resist, at the end she still was, you know what I mean? Like, wanting to do what he wanted her to do. So, even though she drove away, she still fucking texts him when her tires popped. So, I feel like that was more of an Alison Brie thing than what the character would be like. Besides that, yeah, I really can't fault anything else, or any of the actors, you know, and I don't want to say it like it's a fault. Like, I liked her performance, actually. I think she was pretty good for most of it, but yeah, so it was an average, decent thriller film. There were definitely a lot of cool, relatable parts to it, so I would recommend watching it. I just don't, if you really like, you know, that amped up mainstream type of horror, then this is probably going to disappoint you, but it wasn't that bad. It was pretty decent. So I'm going to give it a 5. Let me know what you guys thought if you've watched this, and I will see you guys again soon.